Can you believe this crap? Someone who's fairly well known on YouTube, here they are. How and why to mine Monero? Bro, it's over. Well, this crypto is far better at hiding everything from the government than other ones and yada yada, and there's a guy in there who's mining it saying he's only breaking even and it's almost a waste of time. I'll tell you, it actually is a waste of time. It's over. It's over. I've seen another guy, young guy, of course, TikTok financial guy. Not that I watch TikTok, but he's just reposting his stuff to YouTube as well, crapping on how he can make, 300-fold his profits in a week and all this freaking bullshit. I said, dude, you missed the boat by fucking a year and a half. Or more. It's over. Stop trying to rehash crypto like it's going to go somewhere. I always said from the start it was a big fucking Ponzi scheme because you got no product, no company, no customers. And even if you don't really have a company, you need a real product or service that customers are using. Oh, yeah, we've got customers. Yeah, you got customers. Yeah, they're like those fucking idiots your parents watch on 60 Minutes who, invested in some harebrained bullshit and got scammed, and then they're there crying, oh, they took all the money. That's your customers. That's your fucking customers. It's just shit. Just give up the bloody crypto bullshit. It's just, it's like the junk bonds of the 1980s. It's bloody worse than the basketball or baseball trading cards. Well, they had both in the 90s. I remember my friends were all into this shit. Oh, I got this card worth fucking a couple $100, fucking blah, 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 blah. I got a few $1,000s. Where are they now? Stuffed in their parents' attic. That's where they are. And, it's still, what? Because there's a good fucking 40% of the teenage population still collecting both. Dude, they're worth nothing. It's over, You got to ride this shit while it's there and get out if you're gonna be involved in it. They had emu farming in Australia become a big thing. The fucking whole thing, the main thing, advertising it went bankrupt. Their ads were still running for another 2 months later on TV. And I seen ads only 6 months after that about how much of a parody of emu farming. This emu, this, that, da-da-da-da, we're going to make money and it's going to be a fucking abattoirs. And how many abattoirs existed for it all? People spent $50,000. There's one I know of, right? Someone I heard from somebody else who had emus. And they kept the emus to the end. And now they're just fucking hanging around as pets, and they're worth, they can't even, they might give $15 for them if they're lucky. At one point there they're worth $50 and they said, oh, fuck it, it's become a pet, we'll keep it. And then they're worth $15 each. Now you think, well, $15, $50, what was the original price? I heard through that guy a story, or through someone else. Anyway, there's a story of a guy who had, he bought himself a farm, and he's one of these people that, probably had a business in the state capital. And he had this farm. He had a bit of fucking money in his pockets anyway. So he had an archway to the entrance. The archway wasn't huge, but he liked his archway. And what he also had was a stock trailer for carrying sheep that had a cage built in as part of the trailer. And so he goes, oh, we'll pick up the fucking emu in this. He paid $50,000 for this magical male emu. I fucked if I know why, because these things are just running around in the fucking scrub, around where I grew up as a kid. You'd be driving down these back roads, these gravel roads and that, and they'd be running beside your fucking car. You'd see them walking through the paddock. My dad's boss used to fucking flatten them with a 4x4 pickup so he could cut the legs off and feed it to the dogs. Because you've got to realise Western Australia is the one state in Australia where they're not protected. In fact, they're a declared pest because there's so fucking many of them. And he was using them for dog food. Meanwhile, there's idiots who are paying $50,000, like this idiot with the archway entrance to his farm. Anyway, he put it in the back of this fucking, trailer, utility trailer, whatever you want to call it, sheep trailer. And he come back with the thing, and he as usual, he come flying down the road, and he pulled in the driveway, flew straight through his archway, and got there, and the fucking thing was dead. There was blood everywhere, all over the trailer, and it was still wet. So what the fuck? It was decapitated. As he went through the archway, the thing had its head above the fucking trailer, and it decapitated the fucking thing. Because he was going fairly fast. Yeah. $50,000 down the drain like that. And all he's got is a bit of dog food for the legs. It's... There you actually had a real product, like a live animal, and it still blew up in their face. You got to see this shit for what's going on with it, and, crypto, stop trying to revive a fucking dead horse, it's dead. It's like the savings and loans, crisis was caused by junk bonds, but junk bonds themselves, they called them junk bonds because they were junk. And they were fucking worthless, and they had different ways where they'd sell them to each other and pump up the value, and then the value of the banks would go up, and they used to call them daisy chains because there's like about, 5 banks would get together and they'd sell them amongst each other, and they'd increase them $5 a time, and they start at $10 and they'd end up at $25 or something like this, and it was all bullshit. They were bonds invested in stupidly risky startups, some which were nothing more than fucking companies only on paper, and, hype and stuff that was just, had a certain amount of value, and the bonds were valued to fucking, eightfold what the real value was. And it just, there was so much hype and bullshit that a lot of these things, they essentially turned into fucking Ponzi schemes. Anyway, just my little financial rant for the day.